How often did you climb trees as a child? Did you have a tree house or fort? When was the last time you climbed a tree? Oh, that is really good question. Okay, yeah. So question is, how often did you climb a tree? Well, I am not, yeah. Like when I was child, I usually climb trees, but at this moment I am not. Okay, yeah. The reason, um, probably I don't really have any reason. Like, why would I supposed to climb up stupid trees? Okay, like when I was a child, I wanted to experiment that key. I don't know, like basically, like 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 why when I was a child, I don't really have any kind of like some certain reason to kind of like climb a tree. Just like my friend are climbing a tree, I also wanted to climb the tree. That's it. Okay, yeah. But at this moment, I am not. Okay, and why is that? Key? I don't know. Okay, I don't really feel like kind of like a something childish doing thing behavior and stuff like that and climbing a trees, whatever, whatever, whatever. Okay, yeah. But yeah, I climb a tree. Almost like a month ago, I climbed the tree. Yeah, yeah. And basically this thing, in my house, we have this tree, a mango tree. Okay, yeah. A couple of months ago, we have summer. Okay, in the summer, in my this mango tree we will get a lot of mangoes and stuff like that. Okay, so obviously we have to cut the mango, or like this kind of like a something like that cutting a mango from the tree is a very kind of like a very delicate process. Okay, you won't be able to kind of like a something cut the mangoes or cut the mango from the tree. It's a very delicate process. Okay, you shouldn't supposed to be let that fall on the ground. Okay, because if it fall on the ground, if that mango fell on the ground, then probably that mango will kind of like it will not good. Okay, because it will get tampered and it will get kind of like something because of that key. Like they are like we are cutting lot of mangoes. Okay, probably almost like a few hundreds. Okay, so and we have to store that mango to kind of like a something like get even more kind of like a get even more get even more what piclela. Okay, I'm not really sure about word for piclela means like that ki the the fruit is in kind of like a something really in ultimate level. I'm not you get it now. Okay, yeah. So basically I have to cut the mangoes. Okay, there are almost like hundreds of mangoes, so I have to cut them. So because of that particular purpose, I climb a tree. Okay, and I cut the mangoes. Okay, yeah, because at my home we have this mango tree, so that's why. All right. And basically usually I climb a tree once in a year. All right, yeah, and just because cutting the mango, that's it. All right, then I don't really have any kind of like a reason to climb a tree. So probably okay. And if I didn't really have any kind of like a mango trees, then I won't be able to climb a trees. Okay, yeah. But it's just like the one question that they say is that, do you have a tree house? Well, this is the kind of like a something really that I wanted to experience as a tree house. Okay, I seen the tree house, I've been on tree house, but it kind of like a something like that tree house is not mine, is kind of like a something that belong to someone else. I went there, it kind of like a feel a little bit of cozy, but still if it mine like this kind of like a something really tree house that I build on my tree, then I might spend almost like a, I don't know, yeah. Like basically this thing, I went to I don't know which kind of like a place is this. It's a this tree house is not belong to someone. This tree house belongs to the kind of like a some sort of it's a national forest, by the way. Yeah, like I went to the national forest. Okay, and the couple of like a guard has this kind of like a couple of guard has this kind of like a something tree house. It's a miniature type of tree house that you should supposed to be sit and you should supposed to be stand. Okay, there is no enough space for that, but it's bit really cozy. Okay, I really love this thing. Okay, I went there, I seen that particular thing. It's really good. And but yeah, I don't really have any kind of like a tree house, and I really really love to, if I have that kind of like a something like tree house. And probably, let me tell you one thing, having a tree house, that means you really require that kind of like a some certain tree. What do you mean by that? So basically is this thing that, okay, if you wanted to build a tree house, you need a kind of like a something really tree which is really broad. Okay, like basically, like it has to be, the tree should supposed to be really broad, it has a lot of branches and stuff like that. It shouldn't supposed to be kind of like a depends on only one. No, it's not narrow kind of like a tree will not work. You need a kind of like a something very broad tree. Okay, and then you kind of like put a tree house and stuff like that. I am not really sure how to make the tree house. It's a very, I'm not really sure. Okay, but probably is this thing, in India we don't really have that kind of like a something like culture that you have to build the tree house on a tree. No, why? Because is that key, we haven't really seen that. Basically, this kind of like concept is from Western. Okay, yeah, it's not from, it's not from India. It's actually come from Europe or US. Okay, so that's why it's kind of like a, and most of the tree house that you found on US and Europe people. Okay, but India we don't really have that kind of like a, that many kind of like something. Next question.